to action stations, hands to action stations.
The strike package is now underway.
This is the story of the most advanced warship of its kind in the world.
Stand by, environmental sit rep in 1 minute.
At the most dramatic time in its short history.
And make sure that we are ready for anything.
HMS Duncan is a Royal Navy Type 45 destroyer worth over £1 billion, bristling with technology.
This ship can track a cricket ball-sized contact doing 3 times the speed of sound at about 100-150 miles.
That's backed up by weaponry, so my Sea Viper missile system is the best air defence system in the world.
But this state-of-the-art ship is also home to 280 men and women.
Do you understand the charges against you today?
Yes, sir.
Herding cats, mate. That's what I'm doing, herding cats.
Our cameras have been given unprecedented access to Duncan's dramatic 7-month mission as they come face to face with Russian forces.
There is a challenge from Russia at the moment.
That's aircraft passing the stern port, look out!
And the crew find themselves on the front line as missiles rain down on Syria.
It's pretty scary to think that we are literally at the centre of everything that's happening.
We're just waiting now to see what happens and see if anybody fires at us.
It's 8 o'clock in the morning, and the Royal Navy's HMS Duncan is preparing to set sail from Portsmouth.
Morning, Royal. Good to see you on board.
But with just a few hours until departure, the ship's captain, Eleanor Stack, is fighting to get away on time.
Feels particularly frenetic at the moment. It's that final last-minute rush before deployment, so getting stores on, getting new people on board and integrated, and all the final bits and pieces of material preparations that need to get done. So it's as you can see, it's a busy old ship at the moment.
The stores include 6 tons of potatoes, 4,000 frozen chickens, and 45,000 toilet rolls.
Good morning, Duncan.
Good morning, Mum.
Oh, that was a good sound this time. Right.
Wednesday, east-north-easterly, 20 knots, and we're going to have some mixed hill fog, low cloud, certainly in the forenoon.
Thank you, Freddie. This is what we're going to be flying this morning, which is the destroyer's effectiveness pennant. This is due reflection of all the hard work that we, Duncan Ships Company, has put in to get the ship ready to be deploying for 7 months today. Thank you. Carry on. I was that school child in Glasgow with no naval background. We had the opportunity to go around HMS Argyll, and I thought, well, this is quite interesting. And my interest continued. I think my parents thought I was going through a phase. I think they still think I'm going through a phase. And then, lo and behold, joining in 2000. Navigator, you're in charge of getting the bridge ready for sea. Make sure all the screens are up as normal.
26-year-old chef Liam Fletcher is one of the last to arrive. This is his 5th tour, but it will also be his longest.
Knock, knock. How are you, mate? You all right? Books. Trusty laptop. For me, deploying for a number of months, it excites me. You never know in today's world what's around the corner.
With just minutes before the ship sails, Liam hasn't got long to get ready.
I need your help. These are a bit tighter than last time.
You could have warned me on TV.
I should have laid off them Yorkshire bullets. Pure team effort.
Okay, it's time to take 1, yeah? Oh, you're in the Thomas, mate. You're not that tall, son.
Liam's going to be away from home for almost 200 days.
Eyes, front! Ready on the bridge.
I just want to get going now, get a good job done.
After months of training and frantic last-minute preparations, Duncan finally casts off.
Love it. This is what I live for. Midships.
Right, now to look at how this is shaping up now. Ship's head round to port.
Duncan's heading to the Mediterranean to rendezvous with a fleet of NATO warships and lead them into the Black Sea. Its northeast corner borders Russia and Crimea and is one of the most sensitive areas in the world.
When we get our orders through for deployment, there's always stuff that we need to be trained to, equipped for, manned for, and then ready at any point to do. You never quite know what's going to happen when we get into the Black Sea and what our presence there will provoke from other nations.
Going to the Black Sea puts Duncan on a potential collision course with the Russians, and no one knows how they'll react.
Are you scrubbing? Can you get rid of this bucket? You'll be able to hide that bucket somewhere.
The job of overseeing crew welfare rests with one key man.
Right, how are you? Yeah, okay.
Martin Watson is the EWO, the Executive Warrant Officer.
Right, everybody's here, yeah? Right, happy days. I am the eyes and ears on the ground. It means I need to be absolutely everywhere, from the front end of the ship to the back end of the ship. Good. And if something's not exactly running right, it's up to me as that impartial person on board to feed that back to the captain. You've been doing the duty smoker?
I've been duty smoker.
So if you had to clean that up today, what do you do? How do you do it?
Off the edge.
Well, that's the problem. That's exactly what I was going to say. So down the side of the ship, guess what? Loads of ash and black marks. So pass the buzz around. Is that not to throw it over the side?
That's you, won't.
Knock, knock. Hello there. But generally the morale's all okay on board. That's what I generally do, is have a wander around and try and keep a bit of morale up. That's mine. That's my handkerchief is ironing there now. That's quite funny that I come in and you're ironing my handkerchief. My sister says to me, she says, you're the only 40-year-old man I know who goes around with a handkerchief. Well, you work very hard, so thank you very much anyway.
Thank you very much.
To talk about morale, this creates morale. So obviously we've got all these chocolates and sweets here.
So some people call this the Colonel?
Colonel Gaddafi, naffy. Come on, let's have a little look. So pot noodle, crisp, chocolate bar. That was a bit embarrassing for her, bless her. I've been in the Navy 26 years this year. I left my family at 16-year-old and joined the Navy. Being at sea is where it's at. It's a bit more money, which is always good, but it's also seeing the world a little bit more as well. So that's why I'm here, is to see that world. And at the same time, I might do a little bit of work on the way. I hope so.
How are you?
Yeah, good.
HMS Duncan is seriously overcrowded. With nearly 280 men and women on board, there aren't enough proper beds to go around.
So how busy and packed we are at the moment, if you can squeeze in. So this is made up for two of our young officers who are on board ship. So this is typical at the moment as where we are on board our ship. It's we're absolutely maxed out, and unfortunately we've had to make up some other compartments where people can live.
When space is at a premium, the newest sailors usually get a raw deal.
This is the camper down mess, also known as austerity. This is where basically the sprogs join up. Got some empty beds here.
18-year-old Owen Clement is the youngest on the ship.
Down here.
And it's his first time away from home.
This is the best area of the mess, right at the back here. Got my man Bibby here. A couple of stokers, stoker up there. There's my pit up here. Pretty messy.
That must have been difficult at first.
It's difficult when you're pissed. When you're up here, you're a bit isolated from everyone else, which is quite nice. But the only bad thing is you've got to climb up and it's annoying to make your bed in the mornings.
So you've had a bad nightmare, and you're going to wake up and smack your head. I always smack my head in the night. It's the only bit that no one can mess with. It's my only personal area. We got one of them as well, to clip the curtains together. No one's getting in. This is my first time at sea. I've never been abroad in my life. I've been to Wales, but don't really count. So a bit of a shock at first, but it's quite exciting at the same time, knowing that I was doing what I joined up to do. Right, so my mum, little Owen, probably about 2, 3 years old at the time. Pictures of my missus that she printed out for me.
Casualty, casualty, casualty. Casualty in shipberth. Casualty, casualty, casualty. Casualty in shipberth. Casualty, casualty, casualty.
One of Duncan's crew has collapsed.
The casualty is being dealt with in lift bay by the first aid party and medical staff.
All personnel not involved in the incident are to remain clear of Foxtrot section.
Not letting anybody in this area.
The EWO, Martin Watson, is coordinating the emergency response.
One of our ship's company complained of chest issues, and he took himself down to sick bay where he actually severely deteriorated from there.
Hands to flying stations, hands to flying stations.
A 36-year-old helicopter engineer may have suffered a heart attack. His life now depends on his own colleagues in the flight crew.
Prepare for flight, prepare for flight.
The command priorities are number 1, to deal with the casualty, number 2, to prepare for CASEVAC aft.
T1 is our most severe casualty classification, so that basically means that there's a requirement for what we call a CASEVAC, so a casualty evacuation, which has been activated, and our own helicopter is being made ready for that now.
T.
Two of the ship's medics will accompany the casualty on the flight.
Get a bit into the mouth, nose clip on, sharp intake of breath.
A hospital on the mainland is his best chance of survival. Duncan is racing towards the Black Sea.
Pull it towards you.
Normally, when a ship needs to refuel, she goes into port. But they don't have time.
We're going to drive my ship alongside a floating and moving petrol station and fueling the ship. So that is challenging, but also for a lot of my team, this is their first time aboard HMS Duncan.
Fire when ready.
Great shot.
This nozzle will pump 500,000 litres into Duncan's fuel tanks.
Raz party! Ho!
RAS is Navy speak for replenishment at sea.
I love doing RASes. Yeah. Razzing at sea is possibly one of the most challenging but rewarding things that you do in command. I am driving my ship to position myself between 36 and 42 metres lateral separation from the tanker. That does not get more challenging than that in terms of ship handling.
40-year-old Captain Stack has been in command of Duncan for 18 months.
Starboard 2, stir 270.
It's a huge responsibility, and I think about that responsibility every day. If I wasn't thinking about that responsibility, I'd be in the wrong job. And it is a hard job, and no commanding officer in any military unit would say otherwise. But that's why we do it.
Refueling will take 2 hours. Duncan's engines are huge. They generate enough electricity to power over 18,000 homes.
Did that one there? Close that one, yeah?
18-year-old Owen has drawn another short straw.
These strainers, they tend to get blocked up with seaweed or fish guts or other sort of stuff. What we do is take it out and clean it. It doesn't really take a genius to do. Loads in there, look, right down there. the reason why I joined up.
So how are you finding your first deployment?
A bit up and down. There's obviously times where you want it all to end straight away. Mum is probably one of the people I miss the most. My dad as well. I try and find my missus when I can as well. It's a bit of a shock to her because I'm away for 7 months with contact, weekends, and then when we get to the back sea, it'll be very rare. It's when it gets to night time and bedtime, it can get quite miserable. But yeah, because I go to bed, got nothing else on my mind, got pictures of her up on my wall. It's quite sad not to think about it.
Mail is now available for collection. Senior rates down the hall.
The fuel tanker has also delivered the mail. A big moment for everyone.
I don't think this is
Owen's hoping there'll be something for him.
Happy days.
Liz has got a parcel. You're in these photos.
My granddad, my mum, my uncle Michael.
Is it nice receiving stuff like this?
Yeah, especially when I haven't had any mail since leaving. Got another letter as well. I'm not going to show you this. A bit personal. From my missus. She sent me a letter though.
Is it nice to receive some letters though?
Yes. I'll show you one thing, actually. A bag of watermelon slices.
Hey, faith.
Yeah.
That was stopped bumping, Mark. Very good.
With refueling finished, there's just time to uphold a Navy tradition of thanking the tanker's captain.
The present is a picture of the flying ship Duncan and a tie adorned with HMS Duncan specially commissioned tartan. I present Exhibit A. Soon to be seen on the catwalk in Milan.
Duncan's helicopter is coming back. The flight engineer suspected of having a heart attack is recovering in hospital. One of the medics who flew with him is 28-year-old Rhiann Dillmore.
So never a dull day on the Duncan, is it? Never a dull day.
Oh, you're back?
Yeah,
Okay.
literally just got back. He's alright, mate. We've got him off and he's getting sorted, he's getting the care he needs. And he's in good spirits. He's in a little bit of pain, but he's in good spirits, so.
It's good news for Rhiann. She deals with everything from blisters to gunshot wounds.
I don't think there's many people that can say that they've got such a varied lifestyle in their job. I mean, there's always negatives to anything. Not everything's always sunshine and raindrops and lollipops, but yeah, I couldn't think of a better career, to be honest.
Her next job is a little different.
It's always funky to cover your monkey.
The Navy has a strict no-touching policy on board.
No glove, no love.
But precautions for shore leave are taken seriously.
Have a happy condom day, the condom fairy.
Do they know you're the condom fairy?
Oh no, it's a secret, absolute secret. STIs and stuff can affect a force just as much as the next disease. There's always a couple of cases on a deployment. Excuse me, condom fairy. This is free.
Rhiann wants everyone to be safe when the ship goes into port.
Condoms. Yay! Condom fairy, love. Stay safe. And that's it. That's condom fairy duty done.
Duncan is no longer alone. She's been joined by Allied warships.
We are looking forward to this deployment, an honor for us to work with the Duncan's crew.
She's taking on the role of the NATO flagship, putting her in charge of a fleet of 4 ships.
It's a very big deal for us to be the flagship. So, and that this is the first time a Type 45 destroyer has acted as the flagship.
But being the flagship means the captain's job is about to change. She's getting a new boss. NATO Commodore Mike Utley is taking over as top dog.
The captain is responsible for everything that goes on in this ship. I am, if you like, the next level up, where I'm given a number of ships within my mission. I'm in command of a NATO task group across a number of areas.
The Commodore's first job is to explain why they're going into the Black Sea. Its northeastern area is fraught with tension after Russian forces moved into Crimea in 2014. For many of the crew, this will be their first taste of a potentially hostile environment.
The people that deploy on operations need to understand what it is they're here to do. As the commander of the task group, I've got a responsibility to make sure they understand why we're going to do what we're going to do, what their role is in it, and that they're prepared for it.
Do you hear that, Commodore speaking?
Good evening, Duncan. Let's not be under any doubt
That we do not have normal relations with Russia. Every country has a right to exercise and go about its own business. But what we don't expect
is for other countries to occupy other countries in the way that Russia has annexed Crimea.
Where we are going to go over the coming weeks, and in particular the Black Sea, Russia has shown itself to really flex its muscles. And for our allies that reside in those areas,
these are genuinely difficult and challenging times. That is all.
Inspiring, innit? Not bad for a Commodore to brief his ship's company.
Even though there is like Russian ships and all sorts going around the Black Sea itself, I'm not really that worried about it because I'm confident in the crew's abilities.
The Black Sea's obviously got its own area of surveillance by our Russian colleagues.
We've got a massive job to do here. Countries still look to us to lead, to be at the forefront with helping them with their struggles. What I want Duncan to know is that they are at the absolute forefront of that. And over the coming weeks, that's exactly where they'll be.
The Commodore is taking the fleet deep into the most tense regions of the Black Sea. Duncan is heading straight into the lion's den. It's early morning. 26-year-old Liam Fletcher is one of Duncan's 10 chefs.
Getting up at 2 in the morning can mess your body clock up the first shift. You know, you start getting really tired. But then after that, your body sort of gets used to it.
As a chef, you work all different ridiculous hours. Night shifts tend to be quite good though because they're pretty quiet.
Liam caters for all occasions, from banquets to burgers, and everything is homemade.
For breakfast, we have got sausages, bacon, baked beans, tomatoes, porridge, eggs to order, and American pancakes. That's quite interesting. We have 2 breakfasts, one at 3 o'clock and one at 7 o'clock. The first one's always busiest because that's where the watch changeover happens. Like 266 people, pretty much all within an hour. Have you ordered more eggs, Paulsy? I joined the Navy because I was a bit bored of civilian chefing. Bacon. You know, I've done it for about 8 years. I wanted to travel, but I didn't have enough money to travel. So I thought, well, why not join the Navy, get fit in the process, meet the people from all over the world, and still be able to chef? Most days it's really good, and I do actually enjoy it.
The chefs prepare nearly 300 breakfasts, lunches and dinners every day, making it one of the busiest jobs on board.
Good morning.
Morning.
Oh, what then? Pancakes. Is your breakfast, lunch or dinner? Don't know. Don't know anymore. I don't even know what day it is. What day is it? Them sausages were banging. They're like warm sausages. Mwah.
I lost my dad in 2009, and that's always constantly on the back of my mind. And I wish my dad was here to see me. I genuinely do. And especially at my pass out, when I was standing on the parade ground, waiting to march out. When I was standing on the parade ground, just looking up and seeing my mum and my granddad and the rest of my family in the crowd, I literally looked up and I thought, I just wish my dad was here right now. And yeah, I did get a bit choked up standing on the parade ground, but I know he'd be proud of me.
HMS Duncan is about to enter the Black Sea, but must first pass through the Bosphorus, a narrow channel which divides the Turkish city of Istanbul.
Go through any straits transit like this, and we're looking for anything that's going to cause a threat to me. And this is the challenge here. A threat could come from either side.
This close to land, Duncan is within range of terrorists.
Duncan is now transiting the most confined areas of the Northern Strait. Therefore, the smoking area is now out of bounds. Anyone on the upper deck are to ensure headgear is to be worn. That is all.
Such a narrow channel is tricky for a ship the size of Duncan. So a Turkish pilot is coming on board to help.
Morning, all's well.
Morning.
Yes, with my correspondence. Merhaba.
Welcome aboard, Duncan.
You're also welcome to Turkish. So, in the strait I advise 010. A little bit misty.
Pilotage for ports like this is mandatory, especially for a vessel of this size. Their knowledge and their experience is extremely useful, and clearly the language. But the difference with military vessels is when the pilots come on board, they do not take the con, they do not drive the ship in themselves. So with a lot of merchant vessels, that's what they will expect to do.
Sector Kadıköy, HMS Duncan, Göksel Kaptan.
The marine mammal log actually log marine mammals. Marine mammals can be affected by our activities, especially when we're transmitting on sonar. So it's important that we monitor their activities and periodically send our reports in. It could be Russian dolphins.
Machinery breakdown in. What drive BCB trip?
At the narrowest part of the Bosphorus, one of Duncan's two propellers suddenly stops.
Captain, port drive channel 3 controller is completely dead.
Steering on one propeller is complicated.
Only having the ship drive on the starboard shaft affects the steering of the ship, so the amount of steerers that they have to put on the rudder has to change.
East to 5.
With that loss of the port shaft, I'm just continue that turn. East to 10. It's going to use 5 degrees above.
The broken propeller causes the Turkish pilot and Duncan's navigator to disagree.
Steady 037 pilot.
037.
No, you give the can. I give the can or he?
He has the con.
Okay.
This is my ship. He has the
Of
con.
course.
Okay.
For me.
He is asking you, pilot. Is
Okay.
037?
Okay.
Good. He knows that we've been up and down the straits before. He knows that the navigator is well trained to do this kind of navigation. But there's always that delicate balance in the relationship. And, some pilots like to make it more strongly than others. All good fun.
The final bridge spanning the Bosphorus marks the start of Duncan's Black Sea mission.
We have crossed the line. Welcome to the Black Sea. I've never operated in the Black Sea. Some of my most experienced senior ratings who've been in the Navy a very long time have never ever operated in the Black Sea. It's a fascinating place.
From now on, Duncan needs to be on the lookout for threats around the clock. All their intelligence is gathered in the nerve centre of the ship.
Welcome to HMS Duncan's operations room.
It's also James Smith's second home.
This is the heart of the ship. It's the reason we have a warship rather than just a ship. And what we have in here is all our weapons and sensors.
At 84 nautical miles.
And all our people who are manning those, making sure that we can fight the ship and defend ourselves. Literally our job is to take the information that we have, to make analysis, to make an informed decision, relay that information to the captain, sell our decision making to the captain so she can make an informed decision about what our posture should be. And
277, stop back, 277!
Suddenly, there's an alarm.
Inbound, Mum.
They've spotted a warship on the horizon, and they think it's Russian.
Hands to action stations, hands to action stations. Battle bags with anti-flash, life jackets and overalls are to be carried by all personnel.
That there is looking at the Russian there. Yeah, that's that. 9 miles, 12 knots, 45 minutes.
Sector 0, 4,000 yards.
This unit here is a Krivac warship, so it's heavily armed. This is why we've come to action now, to be prepared to deter them, to be prepared to sort of have any other interactions with them. We don't want to escalate the situation, but we are sort of at a raised level now, because you never know.
Well, where's the Russian now?
The Russian warship begins shadowing Duncan.
93. 090. Navigator 1.
It'll be here to get as much information on how we operate as it can, as a way of building their picture of how NATO operates in the Black Sea. What wouldn't surprise me is if this unit followed us for our period in the Black Sea. I expect we'll probably get to know this Krivac particularly well over the next 3 weeks.
As soon as we come into this area, they challenge our right to navigate freely on the high seas by immediately meeting us with a warship. That is a challenge.
All eyes are on the Russian warship.
SPSDO, confirm recorders running.
Talking on action.
But that's about to change.
Man overboard, man overboard, man overboard, man overboard, port side, away to everyone, port side, away port zero. Man overboard, port side. Look out, mark the plots. Yeoman on to watch, all ships, I have a man overboard. Where is the man? Can someone point him out to me?
The man overboard alarm has sounded. Duncan is circling the search zone, aware that a Russian warship is watching.
Port 35, get the fucking wheel on. Port 35, switch on! The ship passed something in the water, we're not entirely sure what it is. It's the right size and shape to be a man. We're just looking to see if we can still see him. Last we saw him was just adjacent to the wake.
The ship is at stage 1. We are flagged for all personnel.
Sean, anyone up there?
The EWO Martin Watson begins an urgent head count to find out who's missing.
One of our ship's companies activated the man overboard alarm, which has set all of us as the ship's company to find out exactly what's going on.
Captain Eleanor Stack has turned her attention away from the Russian warship to oversee the rescue.
Then we'll make the decision.
I'm still on the water. Roger. Sorry. 2 minutes.
The medic Rianne is going out to offer first aid to the man overboard. But with light fading fast, the search is getting desperate.
Has someone got him? No.
Got everyone yet?
Good.
The ship's head count is almost complete.
That is a 100% manpower check of the ship's company. Therefore, I can confirm the man overboard was not one of our ship's company.
There we go. Yeah.
The shipboat just got away to check the item and it confirms that it is not a man overboard.
Tree they've found, there's nothing in the water there. We passed a log about 2 minutes before.
They've done the right action.
Yeah.
They've done all the right things.
Right up until about 5 metres away, we still thought it was someone. It looked like someone doing this in the water. And we get to the tree and we're like, oh, it's a tree. That's fine. You can stay in the water. There's no dramas there.
In this case, it wasn't a body, but this happens, unfortunately, at sea quite a lot. You will come across sometimes bodies at sea, and you don't necessarily know where they come from, and you have to deal with that, and you have to deal with managing that with the ship's company as well.
It's the second time this has happened to me. I need a fucking drink tonight, I can tell you that much.
Throughout the emergency, the Russian ship was watching their every move. But Duncan and the NATO fleet are about to go into the safety of port, where the Russians won't follow. Duncan's preparing to entertain her NATO allies.
Are you guys coming to the cocktail party?
No, I'm not. Fortunately, I just have to work and get it all ready. 2-6.
Just finished off the last minute preps for the canopy. It's quite a finicky job, and there's a lot to do. We've got 190 people coming.
Right, ladies and gentlemen, official hospitality is what the Royal Navy does best. We've been doing this for hundreds of years, and tonight will be no exception. I don't expect junior officers to find the most attractive male or female in the room and just speak to them. I want you to speak to the whole plethora of people we have tonight.
It gives you a really great opportunity to have that sense of what a country is about. For the military side of things, it offers us that chance as well to thank other militaries for working with them. And I find them fascinating.
Usually with chefing, 9 times out of 10 you're stuck behind the scenes, and you know, you put so much effort into the food that people eat, and a lot of the time you don't really get to see how appreciated it is, and it's really rewarding.
These are made as well on board the ship by my chefs. I'm too scared to have them because they look too beautiful, and I think you need, as my mother would say, family hold back.
What are you doing tonight? What's your job?
I'm basically in charge of getting everyone adequately inebriated in a sensible manner, making sure people don't go too far, and serving the Queen's finest alcohol.
Tell me, what have we got?
To be honest, I'm not really too sure.
Well, you need to find out, don't you? Don't get your hands on it. Don't get your hands on it.
Asparagus wrapped in Parma ham.
Bit of Parma ham. What's this one here?
That is...
You've got to know what they are, don't you?
The party is a success, but inevitably, the conversation turns to Russia.
Putin, he is not our friend. The Russian threat is out there and it is real. So we have to be understanding of that.
They consider Black Sea like a Russian lake. They don't consider Black Sea like a free sea, you know?
How serious is the Russian threat?
It's very serious. Anybody doesn't think the Russians are a threat, they're living in a dream world.
The following morning, Duncan is barely out of port.
Yemen P-Way, standby sectors.
When the Russian ship re-emerges, it's been waiting for them.
Range 2 miles, 10,000 yards in.
And this time, it's not alone.
056, head net, 056!
Aircraft bearing 187 at 6.5 miles.
Bearing 223, 85 miles now. Suspect not conforming to ALH.
A Russian fighter plane is heading towards Duncan.
Where is it in relation to the ships?
Left to right, sir. Red.
We have a suspect aircraft closely force visually identified as a Russian Federation Fencer aircraft.
Turning right to left.
It's the first time in our 2 deployments of the Black Sea that we've actually seen a Russian aircraft this close.
Is that over the Krivac now? In the turn, tracking outbound.
The arrival of the Russian jet is an escalation. The question now is what will happen next.
We always talk about threat being capability and intent. So we have a very good idea of their capability. The intent is the hardest thing to prove.
053, right street, 053!
They're much higher. He's in a weight though, isn't he?
Possible weight. So
They'll know that we're watching this closely.
Yeah, as a military commander, it's always interesting to see what the other guy is prepared to do. It is the balance of how much of your hand you show. Quite a lot was shown there.